It's time for the Coach's Corner Show with your host, Pat Disabato.
Hello, welcome to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'm your host, Pat Disabato from the Southtown Star newspaper, and we are at Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse in Palos Heights, 122nd and Harlem Avenue. The best barbecue on the south side. Folks, life is too short to eat bad barbecue. So come to Bona Pit. All kinds of selection, ribs, brisket. We're going to have a Reuben sandwich out front to let your taste buds go a little crazy. They've got it all here, man. Barbecue chicken's outstanding. Great homemade chips. Great sides, the mac and cheese, potato salad. Top notch. You can come outside. They have an outdoor patio area when the weather's cooperate. You can sit out here and enjoy the fresh air. And it's year-round, though. Like right now, got it heated up a little bit, even though it's a nice day out. And hey, adults, you want to have a little adult beverage? Nice bar area. Come out, check out, watch some games. Fridays and Saturdays, half price bottles of wine for you adults. So a lot of great things happening here at Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse. All right, folks, great show for you. Oak Forest varsity baseball coach Ron Zarnecki will be our guest. Czar, a few years back, 160 and 76 from 2003 to 2009 at Oak Forest, and he makes his return as the head of the varsity baseball program. And we'll also have on his son, Junior Damon Zarnecki, infielder, outfielder, will be our guest as well. So we're talking Oak Forest baseball, we're talking Bengals, big year ahead for the Bengals, it looks like. Go to a Beggar's Pizza timeout right now, folks. Remember, beggarspizza.com. Jump on the Big Cheese program, plenty of specials, some Beggar's swag to be had. The official sponsor of the Chicago White Sox as well, Beggar's Pizza. All right, we come back. Coach Zarnecki will be our guest. Stay tuned.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
I'm a pepperoni sausage, green peppers and onions. Don't forget the extra cheese, large pizza. Oh, by the way, I also make house calls. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
At Standard Bank, we help our neighbors make tomorrow brighter. Families count on us for personal service and banking convenience. Business owners find smart solutions and the resources to capitalize on new opportunities. It's one thing to locate in a community, quite another to invest in it. That's what we do at Standard Bank. We're people you know, services that make your life easier, and financial strength you can count on. We're Standard Bank, in your neighborhood.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Though we are not at Beggar's, we are at Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse, 122nd and Harlem Avenue in Palos Heights. And inaugural appearance here by my guy, Ron Zarnecki, Oak Forest Baseball. How's it going, Ronnie?
Good, Pat. Thanks for having me.
I can't call you Ronnie. You're Czar.
Czar.
You're Czar. You're Czar. You're the Czar, man. All right, Czar. First year back here, second go-around at Oak Forest. How excited are you to have this opportunity, man?
Well, there's a lot of words I think that we can use to describe it. Ecstatic, astonished, unbelievable, thankful, grateful, and just happy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ready to roll.
I'm ready to roll. I've been ready to roll since July 1st when I got hired.
So take me back to July 1st a little bit here. You're told, hey, you're the guy. You're running the Oak Forest baseball program again. What was the first thing that went through your mind?
Thanks to my dad.
Yep.
Actually, he was born on July 1st, so it was kind of a coincidence. And earlier in that November, I was in a car accident over on 151st in Harlem, and I was hit head on, and it seemed like this minivan was coming right at me, and somehow there was a force that actually threw it into a light pole. But for all reality, I could have been killed.
Right.
So I felt that I felt it was my dad. So with that going, or that being done, and then on July 1st getting hired, I think the old man was looking out for me. Yeah.
And we should mention to the viewers, if you haven't heard of Ron Zarnecki Sr., I mean, legendary baseball coach over at Revis. He put Revis on the map, man, Revis baseball. So you come from good stock, that's for sure.
Well, I appreciate it. He taught me a lot of things. I mean, I'm a little bit more laid back than he is, but we still have the same type of baseball passion in our blood.
Yeah, he was intense. Your
Yes,
father
he
was a little intense.
I think that's where I get my competitive nature from.
What year did you graduate from Revis?
1978. For all those people that I have to
Be honest. All right,
1978.
78. Okay. What was your reaction in the Oak Forest community? Because I know you're a big Oak Forest guy, man. You live in Oak Forest. You're involved in a lot of things in Oak Forest. What was the reaction for you?
You know, I think it was all positive. I run into people in Jewel, which I'm always in Jewel, and people will attest to that. But the people that I talked to said they wish I was back, and they wish that I had a chance to coach their kids. So I think the feeling was really positive of me getting a second chance here, or leading up to that point for me getting a second chance. So I love our community. I'm an Oak Forest guy. We've been there 18 years now. My sons have all gone to high school and grammar schools and middle schools there. So, I mean, I bleed black and gold.
Yeah, a little bit of Revis, though. Yeah, a little bit of blue.
Little bit of blue. I wear it once in a while at school, yeah.
Now, and your son Damon, who's a junior,
yes,
he's going to be our next guest after we're finished with you. But you've had this experience of coaching your sons before. You had 2 other sons go through the program.
Right.
How exciting, and how's it going to differ? What have you learned from coaching the 2 older boys and now having a shot here with Damon?
You know, since not being here at Oak Forest, I've kind of learned to allow things to play out, allow things to happen. I think I was a little bit rough on those guys, and I'm still rough on him. I mean, he doesn't get away with murder. But you got to play the game a little bit without pressure, okay? The less is more at times. So if I get on him, which instead of just talking to him and explaining to him what he could have did better,
yeah.
I wasn't always like that with the first 2. So he's at least getting that what I've learned, where I can be a little bit more calm and have a little bit of a different approach, where we still can get the same results,
yep,
but it's said in a little bit better fashion.
Right. Older, wiser, right? You know, it's
grayer.
That's the grayer. So now, and I know you coached the sophomores for a couple of years,
yes,
but now being back as a varsity coach, what are you trying? Do you think you're going to be different instead? Obviously, more patient, like you're saying. But what's going to be the difference from Ron Zarnecki now than 6, 7 years ago?
I don't know if there's going to be much of a difference. The philosophy, the game plan is still going to be the same. We're going to run on the bases as much as we can. We're going to put pressure on teams both offensively and defensively. So what I did back then in those first 7 years, or those 7 years that I was there, is not going to be much different.
Yeah.
So we're still going to have the same approach. Yeah. I think that you continue to learn in this game, and I've got 2 great assistants. All the assistants are great, but on the varsity, John Ellison and Gary Johnson, well, I'm always listening to, and Gary Johnson even more so has really a passion for the game that's out of this world. So I always listen to him, and I get different things, and I just kind of fit it into our philosophy. So we'll be the same type of aggressive team.
Yep. So what's this team capable of? I'm hearing a lot of good things. I know you've got an excellent junior class,
yes,
good group of sophomores, and I'm not slighting the seniors because you got Drew Dominic and Kevin Johnson and guys like that. So what do you think this team is capable of achieving this year, man?
I think we can go all the way.
Yeah,
I really do. I think if we're going to play great defense, we might have the best infield since I was there when I was 2001 and then going to 2015 that we've ever had. We can't tell what's going on defensively in the outfield because we haven't had a good look because we just haven't been outside.
Yeah.
But we're going to be tall off the mound. That doesn't mean necessarily that we're going to be burners off the mound. But I think that we've had a lot of situation with these kids that are juniors and seniors now, where they played in tough competition in the summer and some big time talent showcases, big time tournaments. So they've been kind of battle tested. So now we just have to kind of take that and move that in the right direction.
Yeah.
But the junior class 2 years ago as freshmen, we had 7 of them up, and we won the sophomore conference, and we won it last year. And the sophomore, I think the junior class is deep, and I think the sophomore class is even deeper. We've had a couple transfers, one in particular, Jacob Jones, that he's going to be a big-time player for us.
He's a sophomore.
Yes.
And, you know, as much as you'd love to have a Kyle Funkhauser, who's probably going to be a first-round pick in a major league draft, an Oak Forest guy, he's at Louisville right now. Yeah. You know, a guy like Drew Dominic, I mean, he doesn't throw anything straight. And, I mean, kids nowadays, they go to these indoor facilities, they get geared up to 90, 92, and they could turn on that stuff. But a guy like Drew, who, you know, has 5 different pitches and everything's moving, these kids struggle with pitchers like that, man.
Well, he's a pitcher, just like all the rest of our guys. They're all pitchers. They're not throwers. We have a certain philosophy that we'll use, but we kind of work from the changeup to the fastball, and then we introduce a curve or a slider depending on what type of pitcher that they are. But they're pitchers. When they get on the mound, they have a plan on what they're supposed to do. So to me, if I'm going to see a guy that's throwing 3 pitches for strikes, it's going to be a tough day to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
No doubt.
If it's a guy that's a fastball, you know that's what he's got, and maybe something else, that might be a little bit easier day to hit because I think we'll be able to turn on a fastball.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm sorry, Pat, but like even in it's not the West Coast, but it's with Nevada and those types of teams.
Yeah.
They don't look for guys that throw particularly hard. They look for the junkers type of guys, and when they go against the Pac-10 and those types of teams out there, they're pretty successful.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be able to throw 3 pitches for a strike, man. It's all about location, location,
right.
Location. So, so who are some of the kids, Czar, that you really need to step up this year and lead the charge for you guys to achieve your goals?
Well, Kevin Johnson's our marquee guy. He's the real deal. He can do it all. He's a shortstop. He can run. He's not a real big kid, but he can hit with power. He can hit for average. He's tremendous in the field. He's got great range, quickness with his hands, everything that you're looking for in a shortstop, and lately he's becoming a leader. We got to have Jimmy Christian and Drew Dominic play well. They have to throw well for us. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from the juniors because I think that they can step in, but that'll only make us that much better.
Right.
And Jake Jones is going to throw for us as well. So I think we're going to pick the ball up. I think our depth is that we got 2, 3, 4 guys that aren't that different at any one position. So if someone stumbles or we need to take a break, I think the next guy can step in there and really perform well. And our catching situation, we had got Joe Moeller, who I forgot to mention. He's also a 3-year starter, but he's got a junior pushing him as well as a sophomore. So, I mean, competition breeds champions, in my opinion. So I think that we're on the right track.
You're in good shape. And finally, how long do you want to do this, Czar? What do you think? You know, you got Damon for 2 more years.
Yeah.
But beyond that, how much longer would you like to continue to coach at the high school level?
You know, I'm not quite sure. I don't know if I can ever let the game get out of my blood.
Yeah.
But at a point in time, I mean, we've got this GMBA basketball at our school, and I'm 55, since you know that I graduated in '78. But we play and it's competitive. I mean, we go after it. It's not great basketball, but we're competitive. And as long as I have that fire and that spirit and the passion for the game and the love of working with student athletes, I say at least 10.
Yep.
At least 10. That's so good. Hopefully I can get to that point, Pat.
Well, good to know, man. That's good to hear. Well, Czar, thanks for coming on board, man. I appreciate it. I can't wait for all this snow to melt. A couple of weeks, man. We're out there covering a little baseball.
Exactly.
Looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing the Bengals.
I don't think, well, good. I hope to see you out there, and I think we're going to get there soon. I think it's getting warm like right now, and I think it's even supposed to be 61 tomorrow.
It's supposed to be beautiful. So, all right, folks, we're going to go to a Lisa Thomas Salon timeout. Remember, $27 haircut for girls, $17 for guys. Just flash your high school ID. They hook you up at Lisa Thomas Salon. We return. Oak Forest Junior infielder Damon Zarnecki will be our guest, and we're going to put him on the old hot spot too. Stay tuned.
You can only make one first impression, so make sure it's a good one with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where it's fun and affordable to get the latest trends. Girls, head to the salon and get pampered for only $27. Guys, get the cut and style you've always wanted for only $17. Or try out our other salon services. It's time to get noticed. Only at Lisa Thomas Salon. Your style, perfect style.
If you're looking for delicious barbecue in the Southland, no one does it better than Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse in Palos Heights. Stop in and try our mouth-watering ribs, tender piled-high pulled pork sandwich with homemade chips, or a perfecta combo in our year-round indoor-outdoor patio. Having a special get-together, Bona Pit offers a party room for up to 100 people. Want to watch the big game? Fans can do so on one of our many flat-screen TVs and enjoy $10 domestic bucket specials every Sunday. Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse in Palos Heights. No one does barbecue better. All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. And we've got a couple guests for you. First off, we got Oak Forest Junior infielder, outfielder, Damon Zarnecki. Damon, thanks for coming on board, my man.
Yep.
And we got a couple food entries here. We got a nice slab of ribs, some mac and cheese, some potato salad, corn, we got a little brisket. And, you know, this is the best barbecue in the South Side, but we also have a little Reuben sandwich action for you guys, for you Irish folks that want a little Reuben sandwich, right? All right, Damon. Tough act to follow, your pops. You know that, right? You'll be fine, man. Okay. So what's the biggest challenge for you playing for your father at Oak Forest, man?
You're always going to have to deal with those people that say the only reason you're playing is because your dad's the coach. So you just have to go out there and play hard and earn a spot.
Yeah. But it does, I don't think people realize either. Those people that say that, it also can work reverse because fathers can tend to be a little bit more harder, right?
Yeah.
Harder on their sons. So you got to come back with that for those people too. It's not always, you know, sunshine and seashells playing for your father, right? It can be tough.
Yeah, you know, he can get on you once in a while, but you always got to know to learn with it and always he's saying something's good.
Yeah, and I know your father. He's not giving you anything, man. If you're going to play, you're going to earn it, right?
Yep.
All right. Have you talked to your older brothers and kind of got a gauge on how they've dealt with, you know, playing for your father?
Yeah, they always say that he's going to be harder on you because you're the son, but you always got some things say go in one ear out the other.
Yep.
But always listen to some stuff he says.
So you're not the type of kid that like talks back. You're just going to be able to.
Sometimes.
You're not your brother Joe, right?
No.
So sometimes, but you know how to push your father's buttons, and not push his buttons, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. But are you excited about this opportunity?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What are some of the different ways you expect to contribute this season?
I'm gonna have to step up and be one of the junior leaders. I'm gonna have to contribute a lot defensively.
Yep. Now you're gonna be playing a little second, a little outfield. You comfortable playing both positions or what?
Yes.
Yeah. If you had a preference,
second base.
You'd be a second base. Okay. What do you believe is going to be the biggest challenge for you playing varsity baseball? I'm sure you know your teammates have told you about varsity baseball, your brothers, your father. What do you expect to be your biggest challenge?
The competition.
Yeah.
It gets a lot harder as you get older. Better pitching. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be the biggest challenge for you. Ball's coming off the bat a lot quicker, right? But you'll be fine. You're Zarnecki. You're going to be fine, man. You're going to be all right. All right, so let's go to the rapid fire. Are you ready for the rapid fire round?
Yeah.
You're good to go? You sure?
Yep.
Okay. All right. All right. If you could have your pick, which celebrity would you choose as your prom date?
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston. Look at this guy. A little cougar action, man. That's a good. You a little surprised by that, Dad?
That's who I would pick.
She's closer to your age than she is to his age, but that's okay. You know, these guys watch Friends reruns, you know, like 6 times a night, so kind of caught up on it. Good selection, David. I like that pick. Okay, you're stranded on a deserted island. You could have an endless supply of one food. What would you choose?
Definitely ribs.
Ribs.
Yep.
All right, see, we've got this slab sitting there right for you, and these are the best ribs on the south side. So you ready to tackle a few of those a little later? Okay. All right. Name, and this is tough now, don't get yourself in trouble, but name the most talented member of the Zarnecki family.
Probably, I'm going to have to go with my oldest brother, Ron.
Really, man?
Yeah.
Ron's the guy, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, you got some brownie points with your older brother, that's for sure, right? Now, Joe might be a little upset, but that's a good, honest answer then. You know, you're not saying yourself.
Yeah.
All right, and finally, if you could play any team in the state championship game and beat them, which team would you choose?
Lamont.
Lamont.
Yes.
All right, I thought you might go Bremen Tinley, but you're going Lamont, huh?
Yes.
That rivalry, especially with the football situation, is getting a little intense. And you do play football too, right?
Yep.
Secondary?
Yep.
Two-sport guy? Nice. Okay. All right, see, that was harmless, Damon. You did a great job, man. Awesome job, all right? I appreciate you coming on board. Good luck this season. I'll be out to see the Bengals. All right, folks, athletics timeout. We return. Players of the week, coach of the week. Text bowl question, chance to win $50 gift card, and we'll have an Oak Forest flavor to it, so stay tuned.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
I'm a half sausage for you and your husband and a half just cheese for the kids, who never seem to stop moving. Go ahead and take the night off, Mom. I got you covered. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
Since 1970, Standard Bank & Trust has been a landmark at the corner of 95th and Western. Now there's a new, state-of-the-art Standard Bank at the same convenient location and better equipped to serve your needs. So stop by and meet our friendly professional staff. They provide personalized service and a wide range of products to help both businesses and individuals reach their financial goals. In the Evergreen Park area and in communities all over Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana, we're your neighborhood bank. Learn more at standardbanks.com. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. If you're just joining us, we are at Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse, 122nd and Harlem Avenue in Palos Heights. Best barbecue on the south side. I'd like to thank our guy Jimmy for hooking us up here and the continued support on the Coach's Corner Show. All right, Standard Bank text poll question of the week. Chance to win a $50 gift card. Answer the question correctly. All right, I told you it'd be a little Oak Forest flavor. Which year did the Bengals win the Class AA baseball state championship? All right, give you some options, folks. Text A for 2011, text B for 1985, text C for 1994. All right, text A, B, or C, 708-365-8501. Texter number 4 with the correct response. We'll get you out a nice $50 gift card, compliments of Standard Bank. All right, good luck. All right, hoops, sectional hoops this week. Last week we had some regional championships, some great games. Over at TF South, St. Rita won a regional championship, 61-34 over TF North. Christian Johnson, 10 points, 10 boards. Sadiq Salisu, 8 points for TF North. Going to be a good team, very young team. They're going to be talented next year. For St. Rita, Charles Matthews, 16 points, 10 boards. Chris Williams had 13 points. Armani Cheney, 11 points and 5 assists. And Kane Harris with 10 points for the Mustangs, who are at the Eisenhower Sectional. Thornton Regional. HF 55, Thornton 47. Disappointing end of the season for Thornton and Coach Jackson. Troy Jackson's final season as coach. He is retiring. For HF, Kendrick Pryor, 16 points. Caleb Jenkins Brady had 12. Destin Barnes had 10. HF has won 13 games in a row. For Thornton, Keandre Woods had 10, and Leslie Wilson had 10. Thornwood 44, Marion Catholic 42. In overtime for T. Wood, Khalif Fagan had 17 points, 8 boards. Shelby Frazier had 13 points, 4 assists. For Marion, Chris Austin, 12 points, and Brandon Hurt had 11. T. Wood has won 19 straight games. All right, let's go to the Labriola Bakery Cafe Golden Baguette Player of the Week. Let's hook up Thornwood's Abdul Oganaki. Say that a few times. Hit the game-winning basket in overtime to lift Thornwood past Marion Catholic. So we're going to hook them up with a nice $25 gift card, compliments of Labriola Bakery Cafe in Oak Brook in Chicago. Lisa Thomas Salon Team Club Player of the Week. Kelsey Ulrich, 2-run single with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning, lifted Lewis University to a 2-1 win over Saginaw Valley State. Yeah, I'm hooking my alma mater up a little bit, Lewis University, and we're going to hook up Kelsey with a nice goodie bag, compliments of Lisa Thomas Salon. And then the Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse Coach of the Week, hey, HF Boys Basketball Coach Mark Condotti, 13 straight victories for the Vikings. We're going to hook up Coach Condotti with a nice $25 gift card, compliments of Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse right here. You can knock down some ribs, some brisket, whatever he so well chooses. All right, folks, we are going to go to look at this guy. Labriola Bakery Cafe timeout. Our good buddy Richie Labriola. We come back high and tight. Stay tuned.
Looking for a unique dining experience with incredible food? Then check out Labriola Bakery Cafe. Opened by Rich Labriola, Chicago's premier artisan baker, you know they'll have great bread, but you won't believe the rest of their menu. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizzas, fresh pasta, and their world-famous Richie Burger. There's also homemade gelato and, of course, their famous bread. Labriola Bakery Cafe and Neapolitan Pizzeria, conveniently located in the Oakbrook Promenade.
You can only make one first impression, so make sure it's a good one with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where it's fun and affordable to get the latest trends. Girls, head to the salon and get pampered for only $27. Guys, get the cut and style you've always wanted for only $17. Or try out our other salon services. It's time to get noticed, only at Lisa Thomas Salon. Your style, perfect style.
If you're in the mood for some of the finest barbecue in the Southland, then Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse in Palos Heights is a place for you and your family. Whether it's ribs, chicken, brisket, pulled pork, or any other barbecue favorites, Bona Pit serves up a flavor explosion in a championship form. We also offer steaks, seafood, sandwiches, a mouth-watering nachos platter, and salads in a casual atmosphere, with the option of either dining inside or on our heated patio. Watch the big game in our full-service bar, or call ahead for pickup. Bona Pit in Palos Heights. Hi, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. We're at Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse, 122nd in Harlem in Palos Heights. Okay, high and tight, folks, time. I have to applaud the Oak Forest administration. Heck, I get in District 228 in general. Give them some applause. Rehiring Ron Zarnecki, our guest tonight, great job. I'm going to tell you, there probably was a little backlash on that, possibly, but they stuck to their guns. They saw that Czar is a benefit not only to the baseball program, but to the community. He has some great ties there. He's the guy, and he's the guy that's going to take this program to the next level, maybe get a state championship down here in the next few years. So kudos to you guys, Mr. Kendall, Mr. Towner, Mr. Sikora. Great job. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed the show. See you here next week. Have a good one.